Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm just back with some more daily numerology. Today is March 12th, 2023. In our inner world, we have a 12. In our outer world, we have a 13. Okay, so this video is going to be a little intensive because of like what I just realized has happened. So we're gonna get into this 12 today. It's super significant. So first of all, after coming out of yesterday and being inspired to create, okay, I'm going to use myself as an example in this just because it kind of shows where we're going today. So I have a creative thought process about how I changed my business name on here, and then something came to me. I had Heather came to see me. Hey, Heather came to see me. And something happened in her session that actually inspired me to change my business name, and I got creative with it. And so I decided that I was going to figure out the numerology for it. Now, each letter has a numerical value, and those letters affect us in this lifetime. So in a numerology chart, not only do you do your birth date, but you do your full name given at birth. And all of those, from that, like you have a number that goes with the vowels, you have a letter that goes with the consonants, you have a number that goes with the full name, and they have an impact you coming into this life, okay? For example, the word light adds up to 29, which is my life path number, okay? Which reduces down to a master number 11, okay? Significant. My daughter, Lucy, her name literally translates into light. See how the numerical values we can connect dots with them. We can kind of see how they're related, okay? And when I named her, I didn't know that. I named her after 50 First Dates. I swear to God, that's how I named her. I love Drew Barrymore's character in that movie. I love the movie, and swear to God. But I discovered like what it all meant. So, you know, it was like mind blowing to me. Like that's a synchronicity right there. Like that's the universe speaking to you. Like that word is your life path, which your daughter's name means. Like, come on, you know what I mean? That's some cool stuff. So anyway, so I go to do the numerology for the new name that I picked, and it reduces down to, or it adds up to 120, okay? Which is the number 12 with God source energy next to it, fueling it, making it stronger. It's like the hamster on the wheel, I suppose, and he just picked up his speed. Like it's a protective. It means that this number is coming from that source from which we all emerge from, okay? So we have the number 12, which is the numerology of the day, okay? And then this God source energy behind it, and this 3, which is the sprouting, right? And I look in my numerology book, and it says that the number 12 actually is representational in the cycle of our numbers. Let me see if I can just find what I saw. I was blown away, and I said to myself, I said, wow, I said, the numbers are just speaking through me right now, telling me that the name I just picked is it, right? I'm just going to read because I really want to share this with everybody, and then I will get to, I swear. The number 12 incorporates the basic 1 through 9 cycle with an additional 3 steps in which to use the learned experiences of the 1 through 9 cycle and bring it out to be shared with others for their benefit. So it takes that whole cycle and it adds 3 more steps where you're given this opportunity to use your knowledge and your wisdom to help others. Okay? It represents the 12 months of the year and indicates a complete cycle, a whole, a circle, as also exemplified in the 12 signs of the zodiac and the 12 disciples. The next step, 13, takes us into a new level of consciousness. Therefore, 78, which is the number that this book goes up to, it has all the meanings of numbers 1 through 78 and matching with the tarot. So therefore, 78 as an extension of 12, and it shows adding up 1 through 12, adding each number up individually comes out to 78, symbolizes a complete round of experience. Okay. Wow. Like mind blown by the number 12 right now. And that the fact that the name came up to that, right? And this feels right. How right does this feel, right? Sorry about the shakiness. So in today's energy, this is what we're looking at. This is exactly what it means. It means a change of view. The 12-3 means a reversal of perception. Understanding and looking at something and saying, let me see what's going underneath the surface here. For example, if you got creative yesterday, like artistically, today is the day to look at that artistic, whatever it was, even if it was renovating the house, and understanding that you used intuition to maybe change things into a better way. Okay. And today's a day to look at that and reflect on why that intuition was so spot on about creating that. What was the underlying meaning of that? What inspired us to do that? Was it something that we healed? So, and in that, right, I want you to dig deep into that creativity, because Nikki's been talking a lot about our inner child, and I'm going to talk about it today, and I'm going to talk about parenting that inner child. And I think that the 12 puts this change of view on this, and how we look at that child that grew up, and maybe we reflect to learn, not to live in. Okay. Or maybe we see things that we haven't been able to see, really hard things to look at from our childhood. She had her video yesterday, really kind of gave an example of that. Was like, I actually had a moment like that yesterday myself, kind of reflecting on my own father and my own childhood growing up and my relationship with him, and had a real like moment of clarity yesterday, and kind of understanding things that, I didn't understand before, which have an effect on how I am now, So I'm saying all this because whatever you created yesterday, whatever you came up with, look at the underlying core of how you got to that creativity. Look at that. Maybe you've really been seeking that inner child to heal it, to love it. Okay. And so in today's energy, you're going to change the view, and you're going to love your inner child. And you're going to talk to them, and you're going to tell them that it's okay. And you're going to have a conversation about the things that weren't so great and have affected you to this point right now. Have that conversation. This may not be for everybody or easy for anybody, and that's okay. If you can't, you can't. But the creativity that came out of yesterday was inspired because there's healing happening underneath the surface. And this thing that was creative is like reflecting that to you. Okay. Which on the outside, we have a 13, which is about release and transformation. That's what it's about. Okay. So in this respect, right, we really can evolve today by maybe not looking at all of it, but some of it today, and really speaking to that inner child. I think Nikki is so spot on with what she's saying. That's healing, right? That is something that the healing that comes from speaking to our inner child and really getting through some dark moments really allows us to change how we interact with the world, how we interact with ourselves. When things become healed and unstuck, things begin to flow in a much more easy way. Like I'm on a log and I'm like chilling down a river. You know what I mean? Like that's what happens in this. And it's the idea in this 12 that we are understanding and changing our view. It's about reversal of perception. And understanding that when we actually get to the dark places and we actually talk to that inner child, we find out a lot, and then we begin to heal on this process. Okay? Because this kind of idea and this kind of going in and seeking this also represents our 7 going overhead as well. and having that idea of reflecting in and understanding, changing how we view it. Okay. And, there's also a lot of synchronicities coming in for a lot of people. I know I have mine. They're just like insane. They're insane. But that's something to understand, like how we view those synchronicities. What is the universe really trying to convey to us when we see them? What is it? Is it verifying something? Is it telling us something? Is it guiding us to do something? Like, really understand that you can view it that way and take a moment to be like, and reflect on what you just saw and say, what is that trying to convey to me? And maybe it helps you on your way. Maybe something comes in today that helps you with that inner child. Okay. And this is all a result of allowing ourselves to be inspired and to be creative. Okay. We also come out of this with like a spirituality expansion that is like solid in its foundation. When we kind of are able to do this today. Okay. And the 13 on the outside is like, it's really about it's reflecting release and transformation. We've gone through it a couple times since November, right? We've had these moments of being able to release and then we transform. It's reflecting back on that today, understanding how allow that to also help change your view and change your perspective. Because as we are seeing the dreams taking form, and being able to heal these deep inner wounds with our inner child allows us to proceed with more confidence and awareness and wisdom as we form the dreams. This is a great day to have a moment. It doesn't have to be the whole day, guys, but really take a second and see how that inner reflection helps today. The name I'm changing to just like solidified my creativity. And then, like I said, like in that moment, actually, after the moment, I was like, I had a whole thing about, my inner child and growing up. And like I said, my relationship with my father. And today I'm going to think on a lot of things today and really change my view of how I see it and how I can heal from it and, allow it to be healed so it's not a wound anymore. You know what I mean? Time to take the Band-Aid off and let the air get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? So in this energy today, if you're having, it's a music, the focus on music in any way. It was yesterday. It helped maybe create. And then today, it's also another theme. Music is also playing a theme in this day. So a great way to get maybe to that inner child, or maybe actually see how that creativity from yesterday helped aid you in today, right? Use that music, focus on that music, and allow like information to flow to you from your guides above. Allow yourself to be open, and miracles emerge when you allow them in, and you allow whatever they need to say, and you communicate back and forth and say whatever you need to say. Miracles emerge from that. And that miracle today could be actually going to an inner child wound, having the time with it, and actually allowing to be healed and released from you. And this is how we can really proceed forward in a beautiful, constructive, new point of view, and form our dreams, because our view is so different than it ever was before. So I did a card pull, which you will see was very involved in the reading that we just did. So the first card, this is where we're at, man. This is where we're at. I don't have to say anything about that. This can be taken in many different ways. This could be taken in the nature of you. This could be taken into your actual environment, nature outside. So if connecting with your inner child involves that, it looks like it might for a lot of you. So get out there, do it. parenting, parenting that inner child, allowing the adult that has wisdom to now go back to that inner child and parent them and show them a different point of view. The third is creativity. Our creativity is fueled by our intuition. Our intuition is fueled by our healing, our experiences, and our connection. Right? And the last card is synchronicity. This is huge. You know what's happening. You see it all the time. Sometimes you're like, are you kidding me? It's like that sometimes. Like, really? But they're beautiful messages, and I'm so grateful for them. And they make the life exciting. And I was telling Heather, I was like, when you're seeing synchronicities, it means you're in the moment. When you notice like these, like, oh, a sign, you're in your moment, man. The universe is able to speak to you because you're in the moment. You're not fixated on other things. So they're a fun additive to my life, I'll tell you. I'm super into it. I hope you guys have a fantastic, fantastic Sunday. And I hope that you're able to be, and listen, you know, if you go in and you start doing this work and it gets to be too much, take a deep breath. You can stop. This is not like, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Don't force yourself either to deal with something you're not ready to deal with. Maybe you just see the view of it and have the memory and like, I'm going to go back to it. There's always that idea. Okay. And that still helps bring a step forward in, you know, reversal and change of view. Okay. So be kind to yourself 100%. And it's just the energy is supporting you to do this today. So hopefully it isn't too difficult, is my hope, is how this goes for you. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Like, comment if you want. Thanks for hanging out with me as always. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.